Evening, YouTube. It's Friday the 13th of July, and it's finally raining in the UK, bringing a bit of cool weather back. Let's have a little look and we'll see what price action was doing this morning. What's been going on today? So this morning's price shot. Price did push down and try the 42,400 level, rejected it, and then start to push up. So back at 5:30 this morning, price was pulling back towards the 14 EMA. So my thoughts at that point were, will previous support turn into resistance? And as it stands, as we've experienced the last couple of days, last couple of weeks really, the price has started to move sideways, but more importantly, it has started again to fail to break this 44 sort of cents level. So where price was finding support earlier in the week, we finally broke down, tested the lows, we've pulled back up, and now you can see where the price is just failing to really break what was previously support. And a trader I used to watch a few years ago would always say, his name was Jason Stapleton, he would always say, you know, structure leaves clues, look left, structure leaves clues, and it never sank in. And then eventually when you start looking at structure and how price respects these levels, it just becomes painfully obvious most of the times. So today, although we have pulled back, I still feel, based on what I'm seeing, that the price will push lower. So looking at a quick fib measurement, we've pushed up to the 14 EMA, so, you know, in and around the 618 fib level. Where does a 1.618 inversion take us? Okay, I wonder where 127 is, because we could retest the 42,400, depending, well, okay. Just some levels to sort of predict where it may go. I mean, this is the interesting thing is this. We're at that point now where price has come back down into the most recent structure that's showed us lows on the daily. So we've got information that we can look sideways, we can look back at the left, and at least we can have an idea of what was going on. So when price was initially pushing down, you know, we had this structure here, this structure here. We came down, we pushed down, so where do we look? So next structure, this big wick, these structures here, okay, then we pushed down, broken that structure. You know, at this stage, it was, well, we've broken down, we're looking left. There's not really, apart from this bull run, not a lot of information like we have here. And then prices pull back up, respect to the weekly trend line, tried to break the trend line, push down, and what appears to be a double bottom has formed on the daily. When I look at the charts, I try and look at this chart with as much objectivity as I can. I don't really think about my personal bias, as in I've invested money into this, I want it to make me money. What I've got to do is try and look at the information that's provided and make the most neutral sort of suggestion of what I think is happening due to what's going on. Now, for me, the weekend, you know, that typically they are slow. So for me, what I want to look at is how this candle on the weekly chart closes. You can see we have tried to break this low. The next couple of days, price, based on what I'm seeing on the 4 hour, could push lower. So for me, if by Sunday evening this weekly candle was pushed down and it's closed lower, it will get interesting for two reasons. One is there's not a lot of information to look at until we get down to 30 cents. And if we do start to break down, it's going to be, unless we start to consolidate again, you may see an impulse leg down. How fast will that go is anyone's guess, because when we had the initial bull run, we had, you know, we were coming up into structure, we couldn't break 30 cents, and all of a sudden that 1 week, price did at its highest push up towards sort of, this was the 600% week, and I remember it well because I was trying to sort out my account so I could buy XRP, and I couldn't. So when things like this happen, what you've got, I nearly put my hand up to the screen to sort of, I don't know why, Wally. The only bit of structure we did have at that point was this. So we were like, right, if the candle closes above here, where's it going to go? It was anyone's guess, because there's just not any historical information for us to use as benchmark areas, previous highs, previous lows, all that lovely information. I don't know on the monthly how the 14 EMAs, it's not really doing much still, because again, we've only had 14 months close on the actual monthly chart. Likewise with the potential for when price starts to make its break, because at some point price will have to make its break. Nothing goes up in a straight line, nothing goes down in a straight line. It is all sort of waves and choppy sideways action, pullbacks, impulses down. As you can see, pulling down, impulses back, up and down, up and down, up and down. It will happen. It's just when will that happen? Obviously, there's been a few interesting videos that have been out today that a lot of people have covered regarding, again, this whole thing around securities and what is deemed a security, when the terms might change of what a security is, how the application of said, utility, coin, altcoin, cryptocurrency, it's subject to change, and when that changes, does that then change the actual classification of that item? All very interesting, a bit grey, because again, they're not really coming out and saying outright anything to do with XRP at all. So again, we can just only speculate what's going on. So as you can see on the daily, we've had a pullback first, but I still feel, just looking at this structure now, that we are going to go lower. Every time frame to me screams we're going down, just because of where the EMAs are, where the price is, what it's doing. And if I was just to come and look at this chart fresh, with a fresh set of eyes, I've not been following it for as long as I have, I would still come to the same conclusion, because I'm still looking at what these indicators are telling me, combined with the structure of price and the momentum of that price, which will give you your outcome. Now, I think most people, even if you don't want to say it, will have a similar sort of outlook, just because, what's going on. All that means is, for me, is potentially I can average my position down when I want to buy some more. Some people might be looking at it going, well, it could be a flag. We could be pushed up, we've looked at that big wick, we've rejected this area, we closed above these lows, and we're going up. But on the 1 hour, testing the 50 EMA, and again, as we're going down, you can sort of see a bit more structure. So we've pushed down, tried again, we've broken down. So again, we'll see what happens there. On the 15-minute chart, we're below the 200 EMA. I'm not going to bother going any lower, because it's a pointless exercise going lower, in my opinion, unless you're trading it. For what I want to look at, it's all about the daily, 4-hour, weekly, really. So that is where we are. So we're still languishing down at the sort of 44 cents level as it stands. There's a good chance this could be like what happened here back at the end of June. Bit of a fake out. We could start to see price pull back up to the 14 EMA on the daily, which again would tie in with some of this structure here around the 46 level. If that broke, potential to retest the tops here. But we will see what happens. I get paid this week on Wednesday, so I will see what the price is like, and then hopefully I can have a little top up. What has happened today? So it's been a busy old day on Twitter, I tell you. For the last week, Mr. Crypto SB has been a very busy boy. So if you don't know, Dan has been in contact with all of us about making this Discord channel. So that's gone live today, and people have been retweeting and joining, and everyone's talking. It's just a great place. shout out to Extra Hardcore XRP for this banner that he's made for everyone. There he is. You probably recognise him. Sterling work, and you know, it's just a great thing to see all these people with so many different views, different content, different takes on what is going on in one place. So, you know, you can join. There's so much information on there. It's just crazy. And if I click on the link here, whatever, it won't let me get on. Don't know why. I had it open earlier, but you can get on there, and it's just a rich place of content and information. So that will be fun. As you would have seen on my background today, I finally managed to upload this design standard. I've had this design since 2015, believe it or not. Not the standard, and obviously the blockchain information or the XRP logo, but the general lady with the cap. I've had this for many years and haven't found an outlet. So that is on my Redbubble store, along with a few other shirts. I'll be uploading more in the coming weeks and months, and more prints of my photography work. So it's not just XRP related merchandise. There will be a lot more creative content in the form of photography, prints, wall art, that type of thing. But I will try to ensure that what I'm providing on here is the best work that I can, because I'm very much a perfectionist when it comes to my art and my creative outlets. So I will do you all proud and make sure the designs are up to my very high standards. And again, the link is pinned to my Twitter page, so if you do want to go in there, obviously you can have a little look around, buy a shirt. Now, if you enjoyed the content, you can please like and subscribe, retweet or share with anyone that you feel might enjoy the content around price action. And again, it's just trying to show some levels that we can look at. This is not financial advice, just my opinion. I'm not telling you to buy or to sell. All I'm trying to do is share my interpretation of what these candles are telling us, and just some things that you may be able to implement into your own technical analysis, or things that you might want to mark on your chart. Who knows? So yeah, again, big shout out to Crypto SB for really putting all this together, because it's going to be great exposure for me, but also for everyone else, and it's just easier to find everyone. Everyone's really nice, and everyone, you know, helps each other out there. And again, Extra Hardcore XRP doing some really awesome graphics as well. So again, check out the Discord channel. So much information and content on there. It's going to be interesting to see how that grows. So for the time being, that is all I'm going to share on this Friday the 13th. I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow I'll do another snapshot so we can see where price is and see if we have another impulse leg down or a break to the upside. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend, and I will catch up with you all tomorrow.